Welcome on in here. Friday edition of First Pitch. We got some day games, we got some night games, and we hopefully got some winners coming your way on the MLB card. I'm Dan Alexander, and we're going to be talking Braves, D-backs, Phillies, Nats, Astros, Rangers, and the Red Sox taking on the Angels. Hop below in the comments. While you're down there, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe, but comment below and let us know what games you're eyeing on the card tonight. We'll be chopping it up with you down there. Let's get right into it. Started off with a man who is rolling. Whether it's Korean baseball, Japanese baseball, or MLB, Tokyo Brandon is seeing it. And Brandon, you want to break down the Braves and the D-backs. What are we eyeing in this one? You think the Bravos might get off to a hot start.
We got Spencer Strider here going against the Diamondbacks. And actually, the Diamondbacks, if you look at the statistics this season alone, the Diamondbacks are actually hitting almost better than the Atlanta Braves, which is almost unheard of because the Braves and the Dodgers seem to be the two monster teams on a tear. But if you take a look at Spencer Strider, he's one of the best pitchers in MLB. And what's even more amazing is his statistics against the Diamondbacks in his entire career. He's got 38 at-bats against him. He's held the Diamondbacks to 4 hits and 38 at-bats, 0 home runs, a 105 batting average, and a 438 OPS against. That's just incredible. Incredible numbers here. And he's going against a little bit more inferior pitcher, although both lineups are quite strong. I have a play in this, but it's kind of a small play. It's a prop play here. I think both bullpens are pretty even. Both lineups are quite strong, but just this data of Spencer Strider against the Diamondbacks lineup is just too overwhelming and convincing to ignore. I went to DraftKings and took a look at the props in this game, and the score first was minus 130 for the Atlanta Braves. And I thought that was very good value, considering the fact that given these numbers in his past history against the Diamondbacks, you have to assume Spencer Strider is going to be able to hold them down for at least 2 or 3 innings, which will give that power lineup for Atlanta time to pop 1 or 2 in. We're getting a good line on this because Atlanta's at home and they're batting second. So anytime you get that, the book gives the advantage to the away team because they bat first, but I don't see Arizona scoring first in this one. I see them having a very difficult time scoring against Strider here. 4 hits and 38 at-bats. That's just incredible. So score first for the Atlanta Braves is how I'm going to approach this game.
Find him, WT.buzz/TB. That's right. And we got Brian Power with me as well, hopefully for him. Joe Ranieri is away so that we can play here. And Brian, you're taking a look at the Astros and the Rangers. This is the game that you were talking about earlier on WagerTalk TV. If people want to check that out, just stay right here on our YouTube channel. You make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you'll never miss any of the shows, whether it's the single game videos that we're dropping or our live content here. But you were talking about this game earlier. I'm wondering what's the breakdown for you here. You think first 5 might be the play, but where's the value going to lie?
This is obviously a big revenge spot for the visiting Astros. In case you forgot, they lost to the Rangers in last year's ALCS. That was a series where the road team won all 7 games. Houston, they were actually a much better team on the road in 2023. Go back to 2021. They've had plenty of success here in Arlington, going 16-3 with 8 straight victories. So not at all scared by the fact the Astros are hitting the road for the first time this season. In fact, if anything, they're probably happy about it. They started the season by going just 2-5 on a 7-game homestand. But what's interesting about that, guys, is they ended up with a positive run differential, +7 in those 7 games. Both wins over Toronto were in blowout fashion, 10-0 and 8-0. The latter was a no-hitter from Blanco. I happened to back him that day. You dig a little deeper, the Astros actually 6-1 in the first 5 innings this season. So the bullpen has obviously been the big problem. I say, why not just take them out of the equation today? I like the starting pitching matchup for Houston here. They've got Hunter Brown. He did not allow a run in his first start of the season. That was against the Yankees. Brown is a guy who had a lot of hype heading into last season. Didn't really live up to it, but I think he's an ideal candidate to bounce back in 2024. I like the fact he's posted a 1.59 ERA in 3 career starts versus Texas. As for the Rangers, they're going with Bradford. He also had a good first start to 2024, but he also got a lot of support in what ended up being an 11-2 win over the Cubs. And I just think the Astros are better than their record right now, due for some better results. If they are to win tonight, it's likely because they do what they've mostly been doing so far this season, guys, and that is win the first 5 innings. So if you're looking to play Astros-Rangers, I would lay it. I would lay the half run with the Astros in this one, which you can get plus 105. I think that is an outstanding value in this AL West matchup.
So first 5 for the Stros, it is for Bryan. You agree? Hop below in the comments and let us know. You have any other first 5 wagers that you're looking to place? Or, we talked yesterday about those Yerfies and Nerfies. You got any early bets we can cash in on? Hop below in the comments and let us know. Let's talk some best bets here. And I try and get these guys, I'm a Philly homer through and through. I try and get these guys contractually obligated to talk about my Phils at least once a show. And we're going to do that here with Tokyo Brandon. Phils, Nats, are you bucking my squad or what are you thinking, TB?
Thanks. For my best bet, I'm going to go to the Washington Nationals and Philadelphia Phillies. So we got Aaron Nola going against Patrick Corbin. And the Phillies, they're a really good team. They're the defending champions, World Series champions, and they are off to a very slow start. And Aaron Nola in particular is off to a very slow start. The Nationals are one of those teams that most people have pegged to be bottom feeders. But if you look at the statistics so far in the season, although it's quite early, these teams are pretty closely matched. But that's just numbers, and that's just a 7 game sample. So taking a look at the pitchers, how they fare against the other teams, Patrick Corbin against the Phillies in his career has 156 at-bats. He's given up 6 home runs. He's got an average against of 288 and an OPS against 866. That's not disgustingly terrible, but that's when he used to be a fairly decent pitcher, and he's not a fairly decent pitcher anymore. He's actually quite awful. The Philadelphia bats have not gotten going yet, but going against Patrick Corbin is a nice recipe for getting your bats going. Oppositely, let's take a look at how Aaron Nola does against the Nationals in his career. He's got 105 at-bats. He's given up 1 home run, an average against of 200, and an OPS against of 506, which is really good numbers. I think Aaron Nola is going to get back on track here today, and I think the Phillies are going to curb stomp the Nationals in this game. The Philadelphia bullpen has been atrocious to start the season, but I think they're going to get back on track as well. Things are eventually going to come back to normal, although the Phillies are performing horribly. I think things are going to come back to the norm, and I think this game is the perfect matchup to straighten them out. Looking at the odds, Philadelphia is between -200 and -210, a little steep. But if you take the safe -1, you can bring that down to about -160, which I like to play it safe. You can do a run line for -105 as well. But I like the Phillies in this matchup. I'm taking them at -1 on a small 2% play. That's my best bet for the show.
And that's one of the things that Tokyo Brandon will do all the time is break down for you, hey, here's how to lay just a run. Split it a little bit up on that run line. And, of course, the money line leaves you at a -1 and price that out around -160. Tokyo Brandon's got some best bets up now. You can ride with him. Check out the deals over at his page, wt.buzz/TB, and let us know. Up below in the comment. One that's riding with him in Japanese and Korean baseball. That was our first true love. Used to do the show together, the Korean baseball show, and look at how much he's grown since then. Now he has the Ass Man moniker behind him. That's Tokyo Brandon. Make sure you check him out at WagerTalk.com. Bryan, you're going to shut it down for us. It's the Red Sox and the Angels, and you're all about the first 5s here today. Which way are we going?
All right, for today's show's best bet, we're going to look at the Red Sox and the Angels, and yet another first five look in this one. These are two teams that have won 4 straight, but let's note who they've just played. The Red Sox played the Ponzi scheme A's in the last series. The Angels just faced the Marlins, who are the only team in all of baseball still without a win. Again, similar to my big game breakdown, I see a starting pitching edge here for the road team. Boston's Cutter Crawford pitched very well his first trip to the mound. Went 6 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. Again, though, bullpen variance cost the team. The Red Sox could not hold on in that game, lost to the Mariners 4-3. But we're not going to have to worry about the Boston bullpen here because, again, just playing the first 5 innings. But this time on the money line. We don't have to lay a half run here. The Red Sox are even money against Griffin Canning in the first 5. Canning did not have a good first start for the Halos, gave up 5 runs in 5 innings. Let's go back to Crawford, though. He retired 14 straight batters at one point against Seattle. And where I've seen signs of improvement this year is, you look at 2023, he had a 4.04 ERA, but his expected ERA was 3.25. So a little unlucky there. I think he builds off the strong first outing, and I look for the Red Sox to have the lead after the first 5 tonight. Of course, the benefit of playing the money line in the first 5 is if the game does end up tied after 5 innings, the bet is a push, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Look for the Red Sox to be ahead after 5 frames tonight. Best bet, Red Sox, first 5 over the Angels.
And that's Bryan Power. Check him out, wt.buzz/BP. That's where to find him. And you can always go to wagertalk.com/deals. wt.buzz/deals will let you know how to save big, like getting 90-day all access, $300 off of that. Find that info all at wt.buzz/deals. It's a way that we can save you some money while we all look to cash some money. That's going to do it for another week here of shows at WagerTalk TV's First Pitch. But don't worry, there's more content rolling on all around the clock. We got our weekend show coming up, WagerTalk Last Call. Best way to not hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell. You'll get those notifications when we go live. And while you're down there, folks, throw us a like. These guys just gave you all this free info in less than 30 minutes. Let's go, folks. Throw them a like. Big thanks to them. Thanks, TB. Bryan Power as well. We will see you next week, but don't go anywhere. That's right. You can click the video on your screen right now. Continue getting all the info you need to cash in on all the sports you love. That's what we do here at WagerTalk TV. Have a good weekend, everyone.